No soil, no sun, no garden, no problem. If you ever wanted to grow food indoors, today I'm going to show you how I built this DIY DWC hydroponic system using a simple tote. What's up, ladies and gents? It's your boy Director Chill, coming to you live from my indoor grow studio. Now, why do we have an indoor grow studio, might you ask? It's because we're introducing the Hills Homestead Hydro Grow Show. Same fun as the outside, but soilless, bugless, and heatless. And before I get started, I would like to ask everyone to smash that like and subscribe button, and also follow the link in the description to support the show. All right, now let's get started. Today, I'm going to show you how to set up a simple deep water culture hydroponic system so you can grow food indoors without any soil. And the best part is, you don't need a bunch of expensive equipment, trust me. Here's everything we'll be using today. We got a simple tote, which is going to hold our water and become the base of our grow system. You can also use one of those Home Depot buckets, okay? All right, we got fish tank aerator with 4 air stones to keep oxygen flowing through the water and help support healthy root growth. Gotta have that oxygen in that water. We're gonna use some clay pebbles, which you'll see me forget the name of multiple times during the show today. These are gonna support the plant, hold them upright, also allowing more airflow around the roots. Of course, we'll be using some plugs that we're putting the seeds directly into to sow. Of course, we got water for our reservoir, right? And then some extra things. I use a pH pen so I can make sure the water pH is in the right range for whatever I'm growing. And then I also use a ppm meter, which is on the same pen. It's gonna let me know how many parts per million of nutrients are in the water. And that's it. A pretty simple setup. And I'll walk you through exactly how we put it together. Let's get it.
Yeah, what we're growing in today is just a regular 2x4, 2x2 tent, grow tent. Has a little view on your window in there. I do run everything on a timer, so that way it literally is set and forget it. Run your timer. Gotta have your fan. I usually run my main light, and then I am daisy chained to a secondary. If you remember my peas video, indoor peas, my peas are going all the way up there on the trellis net, which we might do again this summer. Definitely in the wintertime. So this is what I have here. Some bok choy that I had previous grown. It was the smallest. The other two just got harvested. Also some small lettuce, another small lettuce. We're gonna be filling these other slots today. Also, I've got some hydroponic strawberries that I'm trying for the first time. Okay, so these are just sitting in the cup, and I just spread them out, let them come out the bottom. Okay, and the reason for the indoor stuff this year, one, my strawberries that are outside right now keep getting eaten up by probably birds, and then or slugs, and then with the lettuce, it just gets so hot they go to both. Hydroponics, there's no better tasting lettuce than in straight water. All right, so let's get this thing started. So what I have here is your standard issue yellow tote. And what we did is I take it and I use a drill some holes, use it for the net pots that are gonna go in here. You can see right here. So we've got some 2-inch net pots that we use. I've got some 1-inch cone style. This is actually from a different grow that is getting ready to be cleaned. let's take a look at the setup we have for the hydroponics. Now, once you get your water in your reservoir, you can do reverse osmosis water, rainwater, tap water. I'm in zone 8A. Our tap water is pretty daggone good. So parts per million straight out of tap, which that's gonna read a little high because this already had nutrients in it. I was just topping it off. So that's at 700. And then pH, sweet pot is around 6. I like to stay around 6 for pH. See, so our water's really alkaline right now. We're gonna drop that with some pH down solution and get it down. Let's see here. So what you have here is what you call deep water culture. Excuse me. Let me turn off my water pump right here. Let's put some water in there. So, you got a 14-gallon tote, or you can order these online. They're about 2 gallons. Okay, same deal. Come with the rubber hose, right? For this setup, 14-gallon tote, I drew a 4 hose because I use a 4 stone air regulator, right? Run that through to the water, to the air, come across. That's what gets your bubbles going. All right, so I use a basic hydroponic pH down solution for water. I'm pretty familiar with using this stuff, so I eyeball it. I'm basically just gonna, and that's way too much, okay? This is 7 gallon plus, let's call it 8 gallons of water. I'm just gonna give it a little, that's it. All right, let's give it a little twirl here. Look, see, it didn't even take much. Then we're gonna get that to about 6.5. So, add a little oil in there. Just a little. Trust me, it does not take a lot. Especially if you have a small reservoir. There we go. I'm actually happy with that. There we go. It'll fluctuate a little bit because it's bubbling around. See, that still says it's a little high. Maybe a little drop more. There we go. Okay, so now we have our top on. So you see I have this retrofitted. I got 6 of the smaller 1-inch pots. I got 3 2-ounce pots. I've actually already have something that's gonna go in here. So let me grab that from the kitchen. It was already in here, but I had to re-clean the area. So I'm gonna grab that real quick. Some hydroponic bok choy. I actually cut down a few of these this morning and some lettuce, right? So I'm gonna put it in like so. I also have these guys, one of my hydroponic lettuces that was already growing. As you can imagine, growing lettuce in water and nutrients just tastes so good. So I'm just gonna lean that over right there. I had that just sitting in cup while I cleaned everything up. So we're gonna plant 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 leafy greens right there. Okay, so cups, we'll be planting 2-inch. I've got a 1-inch. I also have this 1-inch that actually used to come with a starter cone. It was triangle. I still will use these. And that's what we will use to plant our seedlings in, which are gonna go in just right here. It's nice and spongy. Already got a hole, but as you see, for the 2-inch, these fit perfect. For the 1-inch, they do not. So we will squeeze and then cut a little bit. And then once we get it cut, we're gonna take and cover. And that's gonna be my little dome right there. Now for this size, which is my favorite size, these fit perfectly in there, right? But you can have an issue with mold because sunlight will hit this directly. So what I have is, of course it says it's growing medium, great for fruits and vegetables. it says potting mix, but what this actually is. Alright, so we'll take these guys, put them on top once the seedling grows. And then you won't have to worry about any mold or mildew growing on top, which can be okay, but for the most part, you don't really want to have a lot of that going on. Okay, now here's the fun part. We're gonna go ahead and set up where we're gonna grow. I'm gonna get out my handy dandy seed pack. See what we're gonna do. Oh man, it's my handy dandy seed pack. Just got a little bit of everything. Let me know in the comments. Playing a lot of these right now, as you see in the previous videos, they have not came and sprouted. Let me know, zone 8ers, if you've been having issues with your melons growing. Oh, okay. Got lettuce. Got a multi-pack of lettuce there. Oh yes, yes, yes. Okay, what we're gonna be growing today? Got some bok choy. Also gonna grow some lettuce. Got a ruby red there. And our favorite is the butter crunch. I think we're gonna go with those three. All right, so all I can do is go ahead and warm me up a little cup of water. We're gonna drop our little cones in there. I like to pre-soak these. But you don't want them to be soaking wet when you put your seeds in there, because you're gonna give it a nice little squeeze. See how much water comes out of that? As long as it's moist, it'll be good to go. All right, so we have the handy dandy table here. Okay, so we got our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are the small 1 ounce. And then I've got 2 slots open. No, I got 1 slot open now for the 2-inch. Okay. So now we're gonna go ahead and get these planted out. Again, what I like to do is take these, give it a nice little squeeze there. Typically try to do this in warm water, just because, you know, seed likes a little warm. You know what, let's start with the easiest one. Boom. I mean, how easy can that be? Just take it, pop it, drop it. All right, so got this guy. I think for that, I am going to go with the ruby red. Couple seed in the hole there. A little more is okay. It's not like soil where you really got to worry about them fighting, because with hydroponics they grow so vividly and so like rigorously that it'll still grow even if you got 3 of them things in there. So we're gonna do that right there. We're not gonna put any of the covering on top, the little charcoal things. I'll pop up the name in the description. I can't think right now, but we're not gonna put any of those on there as of right now. We'll wait till it grows. But what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get us one of these. So these are they're basically little humidity domes. They came with these guys in the set I got on Amazon. They fit perfect for starters. Look, it looks like a spaceship. All right, but they fit perfectly. Take that on a 2-inch and see, I kind of get it in there just like so, or kind of just stick it in there. All right, you just want humidity to grow. Now, because I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, I know with my family, we eat lettuce at least a head a week. So I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3, and I think I'm gonna do 2 more of the bok choy. Okay, so for these, it's gonna be a little bit different. Again, take it, give it a nice little squeeze. With this exercise cup, it actually fits in there pretty good. As you can see, yeah, you got a little lip there. So, what we'll do is grab some scissors. I need scissors. Got it right here. Magic. Okay, so right here, take it and just snip that top off there. Okay. Now, perfect size, fits in there. Take my scissors, open
Put a new hole in there.
But you ain't even seen the dark side. It's reserved for you only. So baby, do it right, do me right. We can go over time. We can move fast, then rewind. When you put your body on mine and collide, collide. It could be one of those nights, but we don't turn off the lights. Wanna see your body on mine and collide, collide. Baby, it's all yours if you want me. All yours if you want me. Put it down if you want me tonight. It's all yours if you want me. All yours if you want me. Put it down if you want me. Let's collide.
Waking up, she on it. Good love in the morning. Get on top, my cojones. I pleasure you for the moment. This don't come with no warranty. You want it but can't afford it. My world is different than yours. Your opinion of me is glory, glorifying in all these foreigns. Back to future and DeLorean. You ain't used to feeling this important. Cars imported, girls imported, insubordinate, get deported. Baby, check my inventory. Got a whole lot.
Went ahead and named everything. I got my 2 ruby reds there. And my 2 butter crunch here. These are more of the leafy romaine. I don't remember the exact variety name, but I mean, you see what they look like. Bok choy, one I still have left, and 2 more that are growing here. Let me just look at this thing, it's so beautiful. And then of course, hydroponic strawberries, which I probably won't get anything until like winter time, but they'll be indoors. So every bearing, once they start and they produce, I'll get them year round, non-stop. Perennials for life, baby. Well, thank you for tagging along on this rainy Memorial Day weekend. I hope you guys stay safe out there. Stay tuned to the channel. We'll be back out in the garden. Got a lot of new chicken news coming. Some goods and some bads of this year's garden season so far. But other than that, it's your boy Dirk to Chill. It's Homestead. It's on 8A. Grow that thing, even if it rains. Peace.
Day 3.
Just wanted to do a quick update and let you know this is about 3 days from the day we planted. And as you can see, I've got multiple sprouting. And what I will do, those multiple sprouts, is I will come back and I will thin those out to about 1 plant. Yeah, I mean, they're just growing so vigorously. So we'll thin that out to about 1 plant. And we'll keep you updated on the inside of the hydro.